This video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and while supplies last, if you mention Saffron Olive in your order notes, we'll hook you up with a free Saffron Olive sticker with any Card Kingdom order. Alright, rough drafts time. We are playing, or attempting, some Throne of Eldraine draft, and I guess we're going mono green. Yorvo is big, and it seems good, and okay. We don't have to be mono green, but I think we want to be mostly mono green. Mono green, we could be like green splashing red for a bit of removal or something, but mostly green is our goal now. Because Yorvo, triple green, that does require a mostly green deck. We might just take Enchanted Carriage. That is also big. Tree Folk seems okay. 4 mana for the pump is a lot. Scorching Dragonfire is good removal. I guess this is also bigger than Yorvo. Let's take Enchanted Carriage. I think with Yorvo being our first pick, we either need to be mostly or at least heavily green. That is the downside to starting with a triple color card like Yorvo. Especially a triple color 3-drop. Like, you really got to focus on it. It's much worse if we aren't playing it on turn 3. So that's got to be our primary goal. Yorvo, cast it, kill with it. It is a commitment, almost like going into a multicolor card on your first pick. Taking a triple colored card, if you're gonna play it, you gotta stay committed to the color. I do think Enchanted Carriage is pretty good though. It crews cheaply. 4/4 for 5 is not bad. 2 tokens, helpful. We're gonna want to get some fight effects, maybe some food synergies. That's I think our main goal. We're sitting next to couple of slow drafters, I think. Alright, opponent makes their selection. Ugh. There is not a single green card in this pack. Not a one. Huh. Prophet of the Peak is big. In other colors, Doom Foretold. Festive Funeral is expensive. Mysterious Pathlighter could put us down like the green-white adventure plan. Folio of Fancies. Gotta kind of build around that one. I don't know. Interesting. This pack's not great for us, honestly. Let's take this Pathlighter, just in case we end up in the... We might be able to end up in the white-green adventure deck, essentially. Well, we get an adventure card, Curious Pair. I think that is better than the Unicorn here. Otherwise, Merchant, if we want to go into red. Yeah, let's take Curious Pair. So maybe we could be, mostly green with a bit of white and a bunch of adventures. Curious Pair's not a bomb, but it does work with Yorvo. And with Mysterious Pathlighter, so it's got some synergy at least, even if it isn't a bomb by any stretch. And it's a nice curve filler, gives us something to do on 1 and something to do on 2, so it lets us use our mana efficiently. Even if nothing we're doing with that mana is especially powerful, at least we're using it. Ooh, Fierce Witchstalker is exactly what we're looking for. Fierce Witchstalker, very good, very good. On curve with our Yorvo. Also, just a good stats for a common. 4/4 trampled for 4 and a food token to boot. That is a solid stat line. And it's also very possible that we didn't really give up anything good in green. Wow, now we get basically nothing, period. Jeez. Cannot be more nothing than we have in this pack. It is all, I guess we'll take Outflank. If we are in green-white, that's something. There was not a single green card. We have a nice little curve so far. Only 4 cards, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 technically. Beat that, opponent. Beat that. Alright, we'll take Rosethorn, Acolyte. It is a green card. It is a fine card. A little bit of ramp, a little bit of splashable fixing, because we do want to be mostly green, so if we want to splash something, it helps there. And we might get some adventure synergies, more adventure synergies. I guess we already have this Pathlighter if we want. But we could get, the Innkeeper for some card draw. We wouldn't mind that if we get enough adventure stuff. Or maybe we just open Oko in pack 2 or 3, and then we're in business. Then we're going into blue and fooding him. Oko's so insane. So insane. When it enters a battlefield, attach it to a non-human +2/+1. So good for aggressive starts. A lot to move around later in the game. Crashing Drawbridge. Another Prophet. Alright. We'll take it. See how good it is. Let's take Unexplained Vision. There's a chance that we splash blue instead for some card draw. Or that we get enough Rosethorn Acolytes that we just do everything. So right now we're at 6 playables. That's not a ton. That would put us a bit short. I mean, I guess we also have playables in other colors, but we have 6 mono green playables. And that's maybe being generous with Rose Thorn. I don't know, maybe it's really good. 5 to move it around gives me pause. That's a lot. But equipping for free, I guess maybe you just treat it like a weird pump spell. Well, let's take this Signpost Scarecrow. I don't think it's great, but if we want to splash like Unexplained Vision, Mysterious Pathfinder, it works along with Rose Thorn Acolyte. Maybe we can be like a 5-color green deck or multicolor green deck. Well, there's another. Okay. I mean, I guess we're heading more in that direction. With 2 Scarecrows and a Rose Thorn Acolyte, we might be able to be Yorvo plus play whatever we want. Which sounds fun. Like, I didn't know if the 5-color deck could really work in Eldraine, since it has such a strong monocolored focus. But maybe it's still possible. like, our deck looks sweet if we add in like some card draw, maybe this Pathfinder, be able to splash, I don't know, black removal spells or whatever. Definitely green. Oh, no. Okay, done. The magic gods have spoken. We are playing all the Scarecrows, and we are drafting whatever we want. We can take whatever. Actually, as long as we can't take other like triple colored cards, but we can take basically any single colored card. I think with Rose Thorn Acolyte, 3 Signpost Scarecrows, which I guess is the signpost for 5-color deck. I think we can just play whatever. And we'll see. At least this gives us the option to play whatever if we want to. Maybe we still end up mono green and cut a bunch of the Scarecrows. We didn't give up any good green cards to make it happen. But this opens up a lot of flexibility. Maybe we open like Garrick or Oko or some other bomby card, and then we're just good to go. I think our best open is probably the Great Henge. The Great Henge seems absurd in this deck, or just limited in general. All right, what are we getting pack 2? Great Henge. One time. Or Garrick. We'll take a Garrick. Okay, what do we get? Bone Crusher Giant. Well, I mean, if we're going 5-color, we could play that. There's another Enchanted Carriage. Archon of Absolution. Not interested in Deafening Silence. Princess. So, easy safe pick. Take Merrileaf Rider. The we're going crazy and playing whatever we want pick. Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, we're going to take Bone Crusher. Let's see if this can work. It's also an adventure for our Mysterious Pathfinder. What is the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen if we go 5-color with a million Signpost Scarecrows? Alright, now this pack, Searing Barrage gives us some removal. Rampart Smasher is just massive. That is the best card to curve Yorvo into. Trail of Clarums I actually really like as well. Oh, we have all these 4-drops. Tough. Let's just take Rampart Smasher. I really like the idea of just curving Yorvo into it. Now we get into the story. That's asking for a lot of splashing, but boy, is that a good card. Double blue is tough, though. We could just take Carver, Filler 2-drop, Tall as a Beanstalk. I don't know if our creatures really need to be bigger. I would love to be able to into the story, but I think we got to be careful of the bottom end of our curve. Well, let's just take Carver. Ooh. Pixie would be sweet if we could cast it consistently. Also a Tree Folk. Maybe we take Silverfame Squire. That is a 2-drop. I mean, the other possibility is we could just be green-white. That is still, just like green-white adventures is still a thing we could be. Maybe trying to splash like Bone Crusher or something. I don't know. The question is these Scarecrows. Are we going to commit to playing a bunch of Scarecrows so we can splash a bunch of colors? Or are we better off being just a more straightforward, mostly green deck? It would be sweet if we could be mono green mana and play whatever spells we wanted. Hearthstone style. Well, regardless of where this ends up, we got to fill out the bottom end of our curve. That is a concern. Not having enough on the bottom end and getting run over. Lots of red cards and not much else. Well, Trapped in the Tower is actually good. That is something else. Basically pacifism with drawbacks, but still. Well, I think we're pretty set on being base green white and then figuring out what we're doing from there. We got to be heavily green for Yorvo, so we got to be tilted towards green. Ooh, Ardenvale Tactician. If at least 3 green was cast, put a counter on it. So it'd be a 5/5 for 5. Tracker, decent early game creature. Yeah, let's take Tactician. Maybe we're just like adventures. Hopefully we get some innkeepers. We might still need to play some number of scarecrows just to make our mana work. I mean, and they're not a horrible creature. We have some intense mana costs. Yorvo, Rampant Smasher, Tactician strong, but double white is asking a bit. I guess having all these adventures kind of gives us something to do in the early game to some extent. Well, there's another Squire. Alright. I think that's better than Garenbrig Squire. I think we'd rather have the Adventure Squire. Yeah, take it. I mean, I guess we were just straight up green-white adventures now. Lots of tricks, lots of pump. Come on, innkeepers. Come on, innkeepers. We would love us some innkeepers. We do have the Mysterious Pathlighter, which is nice. We do not have much removal, which is not as nice, but we do have a lot of tricks, thanks to just all these adventure creatures give us tricks. We'll see if we can actually Bone Crush. Bone Crush does seem sweet in our deck. Exile artifact or enchantment, draw a card. Well, I guess it's just another Curious Bear. Keep adventuring. I mean, I guess our 2-drop slot has actually filled out nicely. Like, we technically have a million 2-drops now. We might not even play this Hellbeard. Merely Frighter. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Well, we got the 2-drops. 4 days. Days and days. We'll have some food to sacrifice. So, removal and payoffs for adventures, I think is what we're looking for. We should have enough playables. Still slightly concerned about our mana. Just a smidge. But our curve's looking pretty good. And having a million adventures seems like it'll be annoying. Alright, take a Carver. More adventures. Can never have too many adventures. Boy, we would love to get an Innkeeper, too. I mean, maybe all these tricky pump spells are our removal. Like, maybe that's how we interact with our opponent's creatures, is just, we have 2 Squires, +2/+2, 2 Carvers, +2/+2. So maybe we just get by using our adventures, like removal, essentially. Or trying to, at least. And I guess we have kind of an absurd amount of card advantage when you consider that all of our adventures are kind of 2 cards in one. This doesn't look bad, other than the concerns of, like, Yorvo and Rampant Smasher just having such stringent mana costs. Still wouldn't mind opening a bomb. Yeah, let's just take... We got enough 2-drops. We'll take the potential sideboard card. I don't know, maybe we'll run into, like, the mythic artifact cycle, something like that just has to be dealt with, and then we'll be happy to have Return to Nature and True Love's Kiss in the sideboard, if we do. If we don't, that's fine. We didn't really give up much to take it. Man, I wish we could be playing this. I don't think we can. We're going to take it. Maybe if we get enough Rose Sword Acolytes. It does seem sweet in our deck. Ramp is helpful. And it's just a 2/2 flyer for 2, which is... This is actually just a really good card. 2/2 flyer for 2 is fine. And it adds mana. Alright, so tiny, I guess. I don't think we're using any of those cards. Alright, so... Great Hedge. Still. 1 time, please. What else would be good? Ooh, alright. We'll take the 1-drop. Although, a lot of our things are humans, which makes it worse. We have some non-humans, but we have a lot of humans, too. Maybe too many. Alright. Great Henge. Open it. Would be so perfect. Come on. Come on. Magic gods. 1 time. 1 time Great Henge. Oh! Wrong one! Wrong one! Wrong one! Oh! 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 Okay, Cauldron. Well, we'll probably take this Ogev Ranger. Oh, man. That's as close as you can get without actually getting it. Ranger seems fine. Lonesome Unicorn would be... Ooh, there's another... Actually, we probably got to take another Trapped in the Tower. I would like the Ranger. Maybe it comes back. How many green-white drafters could they be? But we can't really pass up on a pseudo-pacifism here, I don't think. Now we get... Nothing? Actually, kind of just nothing. Oh, that's not good. Well, I guess we can take Prophet of the Peak. That's sort of something. Another tracker. Tree Folk. Pump Spell. Alright, take Tree Folk. We're not getting any more adventure payoffs by the looks. Well, take Garenberg Squire, I guess. We do have a lot of adventure stuff to make it big. Well, I guess that's where we're at. We're green-white adventures. Seems like a fine, although not absurd by any stretch deck. But, I mean, it's got some tricks. It's got some synergies. It's got some big stompy creatures. Missing card advantage. No innkeepers, really. So we don't really have any card draw, which is a bit of a concern. I guess we have the sneaky adventure card advantage, but we don't really have any card draw, per se. I don't know. Maybe there's a chance we still get, like, an innkeeper. Seems like it's getting pretty late, though. This has been kind of a slow draft. We have some slow drafters. Oh, I see. I think this person's not online. That's probably why. Too bad we're not sitting next to them, getting all their beautiful rares. Huh. Do we want another tracker? How aggressive are we? It's either that or Beanstalk. Yeah, let's take it. My main concern is we have a lot of humans, so I don't know how consistently we'll hit the non-human clause, but being able to play a 1-drop into some of our pump spelly stuff on turn 2 seems helpful. And it's a green creature for Yorvo. Mana is still going to be interesting. Ginger Brew. Well, I guess we just take this Paladin. Not another good creature to curve into after Yarvo. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I guess with these 2 trackers, this Rosethorn Halberd gets better too. That's another pretty sweet curve. 1-drop into this, into another one, start attacking, something like that. Could be helpful, maybe. I think this is pretty much our deck, though. Sadly, we haven't gotten any, like, fight stuff. No fight spells. So we have Trapped in the Tower. Hopefully we don't get got by a big flyer. I guess we just gotta smash through flyers for the most part. Yeah, the draft is taking maximum time because we have one drafter that is not actually here. They got disconnected or something. So this is, I think, literally as long as the draft can take. And I don't think it's improved our deck to any significant amount. Not much for us or anything. Hengewalker. I mean, I guess we'll take Hengewalker. I don't know if we'll play it. Probably not. Well, after taking all those scarecrows, I think we ended up with a pretty normal and not crazy deck mana-wise. I mean, other than having all these, like, super heavy green cards, but we didn't go 5-color or anything absurd. We went pretty normal. Ooh, we'll take Tactician. Tactician's good. Yeah, I mean, I guess we are, like, yeah, green-white adventures. That's what we are. Simple as that. And we do have a lot of adventures. Many adventures. I guess maybe we have enough other stuff going on that even if we have to Yorvo off curve a little bit, it'll be fine. I mean, it's still a 4/4 that grows. Here we get, nothing. Take another Hengewalker. Only card we could potentially cast. Well, alright. Another tracker. Do we want to play 3 trackers? Are we that aggressive? Maybe we are. Maybe like a Curious Pair? Kind of a defensive creature. Man, maybe we have a lot of adventures, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of want to bring that equipment back in now. With triple Wildwood Tracker, I kind of want the equipment. Weapons rack to the sideboard. Yeah, I think this is our deck. I think this is it. Green-white adventure aggro, basically. We'll see. We'll see how good it is. It'll be a good test for adventures. I mean, we don't have that much removal, so we'll see if using our adventures as removal, see if that plan actually holds up. Hopefully. If not, we might be in trouble. But our curve is solid. Our mana should hopefully be fine. And we probably could be mono green too, honestly. With all those Hengewalkers. I mean, I don't think we're going to do it. That would make our mana insane if we wanted to. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white cards. 1, 2, 3 Hengewalkers. Curious Pair. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could be mono green if we really wanted to. I wonder, we would lose Silverflame Squire, Pathlighter, Tacticians. Huh. Now I'm kind of curious what mono green would look like. I don't think we're going to do it, but mono green, Curious Pair would come back. We have 3 Hengewalkers, which would always be would always be 3/3s. Tall as a beanstalk, and then probably like weapons rack. Huh. I wonder if there's any way that could actually be better. We lose the 2 trapped in the towers primarily. Our mana would be perfect. Man, I'm almost tempted to just try mono green. Just mono green aggro. I think we might. I kind of like this idea. I mean, what are we giving up? Some random adventure stuff, Mysterious Pathfighter, primarily 2 trapped in the towers. Man, let's add some for it. Let's try mono green. Knowing that if we have to, we can always go to the white deck after sideboarding. Like, the curve looks good. We got some good creatures. Removal light, but we're just going to smash phase. Mono green Stompy. Yorvo Stompy. All right, be back for round number 1. All right. Back here with round 1 of our mono green Stompy Throne of Eldraine rough drafts, and we're missing a 2-drop, but this hand looks pretty reasonable. I mean, 1-drop, 2-drop? Not really. Well, that's fine. Wildwood Tracker, go. We can use this as a pump spell, maybe. Why can I no longer drag cards? Trail of Crumbs. All right, opponent fooding it up. Passes. Well, play the forest, go to combat. Get in with Tracker. Hit our opponent. Well, next turn we get to play Hedgewalker into Rampart Smasher into Enchanted Carriage. Like, that's a pretty good curve. Opponent. Wow. Cracking the food to draw a card. That is pretty okay. Opponent gets a Savi Hunter. Passes. Well, play the land. Play Hedgewalker with Adamant. Get a 3/3. Get in with our Wildwood Tracker. Hit our opponent back down to 20 past the turn. That's so strange. Why can't... I don't know. I can't drag cards. That's so weird. I don't know what to do if I can't drag my cards around. Well, we're going to play big things. We're going to attack with big things. We're going to see if it's enough. Opponent gets a Savi Hunter and a Gilded Goose. All right, gonna go fooding. Well, opponent passes. Play a forest. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Opponent. Dare they block. No blocks. All right, down to 15. Well, we will Rampart Smash. Pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. The life gain from the food is sort of keeping our opponent alive, and they are going to draw a lot of cards. We have to close this out quickly, I think, as our main play opponent. Sacks of food, adds a black source, pays for Trail of Crumbs. They can only get permanents with Trail of Crumbs, remember, so they can't, like, get removal spells or whatever. Giant Skewer. Yup, that's fine. And plays the Giant Skewer. Wow, equips it. Yup. No attacks. Opponent passes. Play the forest. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent blocks. Well, let's get rid of the hunter. Hit our opponent to 7 for the time being. And then Hedgewalker part 2. Pass the turn. Can we close it out? Opponent's down to 7. They do have some life gain thanks to these food tokens, but our board is pretty big. Opponent, Cauldron Familiar. A little bit of drainage. All right, that gives our opponent a decent blocker for the time being. Sacks of food. Gets a Tempting Witch. Makes a food. And Reeve Soul. All right, kills a creature. Opponent passes. Well, go to combat. Attack. Keep smashing. This is what we can do. Our opponent might be able to stabilize here. We'll see. Opponent blocks with the cat. Drops to 5. Well, let's play Enchanted Carriage. Pass the turn. This life gain is keeping our opponent alive. The clues in the life gain, keeping our opponent alive just barely. Opponent sacks the crumbs, gets back the cat. Gets a forest. Gains a life. Plays a land. And, alright, Marley Frider. Equips. And, makes a food. Curious Pair makes a food. Opponent passes. Ooh, well, play Yarvo. Play Marley Frider. Crew. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Unblocks. Okay, blocks and blocks. And blocks. Alright, we'll kill the witch. Opponent gets a food. Oh, this is obnoxious, I will admit. Our opponent's ability to just keep making this food is really keeping our opponent alive. We've gotten in so much damage, and they've drawn so many cards. Pretty annoying. Opponent, another Trail of Crumbs. Even more food. Sacks it, triggers Trail of Crumbs. And maybe we're just going to lose to these Trail of Crumbs. Man, haven't been able to force through the last bit of damage. Borrow Witches, opponent. Borrow Witches, okay. Opponent goes back up to 7. And, opponent might be running out of time. Equips. Sure. Opponent passes. We wouldn't mind some food. Food would be good for us. Well, play Squire. Grow Yorvo. Play Tracker. Grow Yorvo. Go to combat. Swing with everything. Up to you, opponent. Choose how to block. Opponent blocks. 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 So at least we get rid of the goose. Yup. Stuff dies. Opponent sacks of food. Gets a Blacklands Paragon. That's actually pretty good for our opponent. Is it enough? Alright, opponent gets a food. Drops to 2. Pass the turn. Opponent's pinched on mana, though. That's their biggest issue here. Opponent. Land. So they can play one of... Okay. They get back the stupid cat. Oh. Wow. Gets a Savi Hunter. Huh. Kenris Transformation. Okay. Cat returns. Opponent gains a life. If we could get something to make food to control how our opponent blocks. Our opponent's pinched on mana, though. They can only play one of their 5 drops. Kenris Transformation. Okay. Makes our smasher a bit smaller. Opponent. Passing. Well, cast our Carver. Trigger. Grow Yorvo. Go to combat. Attack. There's Blacklands Paragon. Wow, this has been incredibly obnoxious. Lifelink. Opponent. Blocks. Blocks. Oh, I think we got him. I think we finally got him. Oh, goodness. Sacks of food. They're going to go up to 9, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Well, our deck felt good. Our opponent's deck... Good lord, were those food synergies annoying. Do we have anything to deal with artifacts or enchantments? We get this back to nature. That's something at least. Do we want to stay the course or do we want to go into our white build? We did get there. It was not easy because our opponent just went to town with those food tokens. Oh my god. Maybe it's worth going into white. What would we be going into white just to get some evasion? That did work, though. It would make our mana a lot worse. We'd go down, like, Weapons Rack. Probably, like, Tall as a Beanstalk, Tree Folk, Hengewalkers. We'd go up, Squire, Pathlighter, Tactician, True Love's Kiss, Trapped in the Tower. That's a lot. That is a lot, isn't it? What else would we cut? We need to cut 3 more cards. I guess we'd cut this. Probably Rider and a Curious Pair. Yeah, let's try the White Splash. Let's try it. With how grindy our opponent's deck is. I kind of feel like getting some evasion is going to be helpful. That's a lot of lands. Yeah, we got a mulligan. Alright, that's slightly less lands. We will put... I guess we put Carriage to the bottom. Alright. Go ahead, opponent. Trapped in the Tower is nice. Forest for our opponent. And Ginger Brute. Sure. I don't know what our opponent's deck is doing. Maybe Ginger Brute's more playable than it looks. Play a land, pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. There's the Trail of Crumbs. We would definitely like to find a way to deal with the Trail of Crumbs. We have ways in our deck now. We'll play a land. Play Squire, pass the turn. Yeah, getting rid of this so our opponent can't just keep drawing cards would be helpful. Forest for our opponent. Gonna go on the Trail of Crumbs, plan, gain some life, draw a card, gets a forest. Well, could have been scarier. Opponent, passing. Well, go to combat, get in, hit our opponent. Play Tracker, play a forest, make a tree, pass the turn. Opponent's up to 21 thanks to their food. Foreboding Fruit. Draws a couple cards, loses a couple life. And Witch's Oven. Alright, opponent passing. Well, play the Plains. Curious Pair. Go to combat, get in. Opponent down to 16, pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. Kenris Transformation. Sure. Yeah. And Merrily Rider. Opponent passes. Ooh, Witch Stalker. Well, let's just... Trapped in the Tower Ginger Brew. Opponent sacks it. Okay. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Opponent blocks. Well, carve him up. Opponent down to 14. Board is technically empty for the moment. Pass the turn. Oh, but the food. The food is so obnoxious. Opponent, swamp. Oh, something big. Barrow Witches to get back our opponent's knight. Yup. Opponent passes. Well, play the forest. Play Witch Stalker. Pass the turn. We haven't got any of our evasive stuff. We've still played kind of like a mono green deck. Opponent untaps. Wow, food is obnoxious. Where's our artifact and enchantment removal? Opponent. Giant Skewer. Equips the Skewer. Plays Merrily Rider. Yup. Opponent passes. Well, go to combat. Get in with our Witch Stalker. Opponent blocks. Well, we will play this. Kill the witches. Hit our opponent for 1. Opponent gets more food. Never-ending food. And, yeah, play the Squire. I think we're still the aggro. Play the Squire. Pass the turn. Keep attacking, keep attacking. Can we close out the game through these annoying food synergies? Opponent. Gilded Goose. More food. Opponent's down to 2 cards in hand, although with this Trail of Crumbs out, it's slightly deceiving. We're temporarily running out of tricks. In long game, this Trail of Crumbs... Wow, okay. Interesting. They must have... I don't know. Are they trying to make a giant? Okay. Trail of Crumbs. Sure. Whiffs. Sacks. Witch Stalker. Trail of Crumbs. Is this gonna... Oh, they're actually getting things. Oh my goodness, okay. We're looking at the wrong thing. Opponent's drawing a million cards. So opponent has, like, assembled the world's jankiest Wrath. And I think it's actually gonna beat us. We did not hit our artifact and enchantment destruction. So now our opponent gets to play this Paragon. Give the Rider Death Touch. And yeah, we don't have an answer for this. So we're gonna lose basically our board. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Block. Block, block. We don't lose as much as our opponent wanted. They kind of went farther than they needed to. Alright. So opponent is just full-on jank. And it's working. Well, play this. Yeah, I think this one's basically over. Opponent, we just have not been able to stop the food synergies. No matter how hard we try, we can't. Opponent gonna block. They're probably getting it back anyway. We know they have a Savi Hunter. We know they have a Tempting Witch. This Trail of Crumbs has been insane. Opponent's drawn 10 more cards than us. And also gained roughly infinite life. Wicked Guardian. Make that 20 more cards than us. Sure. And yeah, I think we're pretty much to the point of just conceding here. Opponent passes. Oh my goodness. That's what we needed in our opening hand to be able to win this game. Well, trapped in the tower. If we could have killed that Trail of Crumbs 100 turns ago, none of this would ever happen, but wasn't meant to be. Hit our opponent down to 13. Pass the turn. Opponent. Well, kill the Trail of Crumbs. Although damage probably already done. Opponent. Equips the Skewer. Lost Legion. Does some scrying. Tempting Witch. Sure. Gets in. Opponent still has a bunch of food left over. Opponent passes. Alright, we draw Forest and we will scoop it up. Oh, this is a obnoxious matchup, that is for sure. Well, run it back, we're going to stick with the white source. I still feel our best way of winning this game is to draw some of our evasive stuff. We didn't really draw the white cards that we brought in. We brought the we drew Trapped in the Tower, but we didn't draw any of our flyers. We didn't draw True Love's Kiss. Those are the reasons we have white in our deck, is to hit those cards, not to... Alright, this we will keep. Opponent's also keeping, so hand beautiful. Land go. Gonna be a little tricky to cast our Yorvo, apparently. Swamp for our opponent passes. I'll play the Swamp, play the Squire. Hopefully we draw some lands, especially green ones. Swamp for our opponent. Ooh, opponent might be having mana troubles. We are also having mana troubles. Well, go to combat. Get in with our Squire. Hit our opponent. Black lands Paragon. Alright. Tap it down. Hit our opponent. We need lands! We need lands! Opponent. Do they have forest? They have a swamp. And Foreboding Fruit. Draws a card, gets a food. Opponent. Passing. Land. That is a land. Well, trapped in a tower. Get some treats. Get in for 2. Opponent to 14. Opponent finds their green mana. Whew. The greed has been officially rewarded. Opponent has a Savvy Hunter. Passes. Well, go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Well, let's Squire. Kill it. Pass the turn. Opponent, which is Cottage. Gonna get back their Hunter. Plays a Hunter. Sacks a food. And passes. I'll play a Forest. Play Squire. Grow our Squire. Play Curious Pair. Grow our Squire. Go to combat. Attack for 4. Opponent takes it to 13. Huh. Man, this is just so grindy. With our opponent being able to not just gain a ton of life, but get a ton of synergies with the food. Ugh. Very obnoxious. Opponent. Hunter number 2. Combat. No attacks. We draw. Return to nature. Well, we will play Yorvo. We will pass the turn. Opponent. Sacks of food. Back up to 16. Yeah, we need this flyer at some point. Opponent. Swamp. Kenris Transformation. Alright. That does make it a 7/7, which we're kind of okay with. Opponent passes. That actually kind of helped us, I think. Well, go to combat. All attack. Opponent blocks. Blocks. Gonna get some food. Well, we will Squire. Untap it. Kill a Hunter. Opponent goes to 8. Deceiving. A deceiving 8 because they have these food tokens to gain life, but opponent cracks the food. Up to 11. Food. 14. Opponent plays a land. Trail of Crumbs. Gonna make a food. And, wow, sacks it. Activates. We might be able to close it out. Let's see what our opponent hits here. A Forest. Not too threatening. Up to 17. Opponent passes. We draw Plains. So play the Plains. Tactician. Grow the Squire. Go to combat. All attack. Opponent blocks. Gets a food. Down to 9. Well, get rid of Trail of Crumbs. Alright, opponent. Alright, opponent. The pressure is on. What do you find? We got a removal spell left over. That Kenris Transformation to make Yorvo a 7/7 might have been our opponent's fatal mistake here. Opponent. Wow. I can't believe we're grinding through this, maybe. Gilded Goose. Yup. More food. 4 cards in hand. What do you got, opponent? Reeve Soul kills our flyer. Opponent's fighting and clawing, that's for sure. And oh, they've gained so much life. Curious Pair. Opponent passes. Well, go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent blocks and blocks. Stays at 9. We will Adamant out another big old creature. Opponent sacks of food. Pass the turn. Opponent, 2 cards in hand. What do they find? We're so close to fighting through this. Ginger Brew. Okay. That's another chump blocker. And, wow, sacks Ginger Brew to gain life. Sure. Which allows our opponent to kill Yorvo. 1 card in hand. Opponent passes. 5/6. Opponent's at 15. Well, go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. 10. Squire. Rosethorn. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Oh, the life gain is definitely annoying. Opponent draws a Witches. Plays a land out of cards. Opponent passes. Well, play Tracker. We're going for it. We got to go for it. Trapped in the tower. Combat. All attack. Oh, we're so close. Come on. Come on. Tell us we're getting there. Opponent. Goose. Blocks. Can sack the food. Can make a food. The life gain is keeping them slightly alive. Opponent makes another food, cracks a food, goes to 13, but then takes a big hit, down to 4. We pass the turn. Come on, no top decks, no top decks, no top decks. Opponent. Lost Legion, that is a semi-top deck. Gonna do some scrying. If we can't close this out now, I'm gonna be... An opponent does not have it, it scoops it up, and we overcame the grindiest green-black food deck. I mean... I guess that's a testament to the power of our deck. We got the game with mono green version, got another one changing into green white, and oh, good God. Boy, is that grindy. Goodness. Our opponent's deck looks really good, too. I mean, as far as green black food, 2 Trail of Crumbs, double Savi Hunter. Goodness. Some night stuff going on. I think our opponent, honestly, weirdly, lost the game when they put Kenra's Transformation on our Yorvo. Although, at the same time, we had some bit green creatures in hand. So I guess I was going to turn into a 7/7 anyway pretty quickly, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Sweet, sweet. All right. On to round number 2 of our Throne of Eldraine rough drafts. Mono green Stompy. And not going to be able to keep the 1-lander, unfortunately. Well, okay. We will put, this is interesting. Putting a forest to the bottom is the greedy play. Weapon rack would be sweet. All right, let's think about this. If we put the forest to the bottom, we'll have 14 in our deck. We need to draw one in the first 3 turns. All right, we're going to put a forest to the bottom. All right, we'll see. I think that is a fine choice mathematically. Maybe we get punished. We'll find out. All right, unpunished. That's a forest. Now we're good. Well, Wildwood Tracker go. And now this hand's kind of sweet. I mean, we get to play big things. Ooh, opponent's going to get their ramp on. Well, go to combat. Attack. I'm sure our opponent won't block. Yup. Free damage. We did have the pump spell, but... Opponent. Oh. Whoa. 3 colors. 3 colors is... Wow. 3 colors, but lots of pixies. All right, opponent's running them out. And passes. I'll play the forest. I guess we're just going to Adamant a Hengewalker. And, yeah, get in. Opponent down to 17. A little scared of this ramp start, though. Our opponent has made a lot of mana with these double pixies. Golden Egg. Yeah, opponent looks like full-on 5 color. Grows the Wolverine. And... opponent's going to get frisky. All right, the race is officially on. Down to 13. Forest for our opponent. Golden Egg Part 2. All right, we untap. Now we're still missing land drops. I'll go to combat. Get in with our Hengewalker. Opponent down to 14. Yeah, this isn't looking great. This was a good start for our opponent. Let's Adamant Hengewalker. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. Yeah, just 2/2/2 flyers for 2. Bad news. Another huge flyer. Opponent. Gets in. Oh my god. Yup. Down to 9. Opponent passes. We draw forest. Well, go to combat. Attack. Yeah, attack. We gotta stay aggressive. We're not gonna win the long game. Opponent blocks. Alright. Trades, drops to 11. Well, now we have to Beanstalk. It is a way we can block a flyer. Alright, pass the turn. Fingers crossed for no bouncer removal. Opponent. Adversary. Bonus, because we have a green permanent. Searing Cauldron. Combat. No attacks. Well, go to combat. Attack with Hengewalker. Opponent blocks. Alright. Shield's Might. Now our opponent can Scalding Cauldron. Yup. Ugh. Well, we will play a Squire. Pass the turn. Opponent. Attacks. Well, we'll take 2. Down to 7. Opponent gets to draw a card. Yup. Plays a land. Merrily Rider. Passes. We just got no way of getting through here. I'll play Weapon Rack. Yeah, we're actually just dead. All right. To sideboarding. I gotta think that's a pretty above curve draw for our opponent. Do we want to switch into white is the question. Maybe we have to. I think we got to go to the white build to have more removal in this matchup. With our opponent having a million flyers. Plus it gives us flyers that can block our opponent's flyers. So do some trimming. Trimming. Do we want to... I guess we cut the trackers. Actually, let's cut the Hengewalkers and leave one tracker. I think that's fine. And then 6 planes? I mean, I think this is the right choice for the matchup. With our opponent having so many flyers, I think we need to be able to also have flyers. Well, alright. Not a lot of mana, but we can go tracker beats, I guess. Wildwood tracker, go. Opponent keeping 7. Opponent. It would be nice if our opponent's mana didn't work out for once. Land. Rosethorn Acolyte. Not a land. Well, get in with the tracker. Hit our opponent. Land. We need lands. Opponent. Island. And Marrowleaf Pixie. Well, we are going to get rid of that. We do draw land. So let's... Go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes it. Let's Ritual for white. And just... Oh my god. Oh, it's not pacifism. It's bad pacifism. Oh, I'm gonna hear about that in the comments. Oh, God. Well, that's bad. Yeah, so, Trapped in the Tower only hits creatures without flying. And this Marrowleaf Pixie, which our opponent's really good at drawing, it does hit... Come on now. Well, our opponent is really good at getting this exact draw. Holy. Wow. Alright. Well, I guess we're just sort of in trouble here. Wow. Opponent has had this insane... Wow. I don't know what to say. Maybe our opponent's deck is insane. Maybe they have like 5 pixies or something. But this is almost exactly the same 5-color pile, double Marrowleaf Pixie, this for 2 foil Royal Scions. Alright, well, I don't think we're winning this one. Opponent, ticking up, giving things the ability to draw cards, yeah. Well, now we know why our opponent's 5-color. They opened a foil Royal Scions, gets in, draws an extra card. And, yeah, I think we're in trouble. Opponent, tapping their stuff, plays their own Rosethorn Acolyte. Well, we untap. We draw a bit of nothingness. Well, we will... Trapped in a Tower that. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. I don't even think there's any reason to try to kill Royal Scions. I think it's a losing battle at this point. Opponent thinking about blocking. Takes it. Sure. Opponent. We should have played Garen Big Scryer. Ugh. Yeah, this is spiraled out of control. That's one of the challenges when things go wrong, is not to get sloppy. And I think we got a little sloppy there, not playing Garen Big Scryer. I don't feel very good about our chances of remaining in this game. But we still should have played this Squire. Oh. Alright. Opponent thinking things over. I mean, sometimes your opponent's deck just lines up really well with yours, I guess. Opponent's got to play this for 2 mana every time. They've also had double Marrowleaf Pixie draw every time. And I don't think our deck can get back from this. There's a Royal Scion. Opponent pumping for striking. Yeah, this is just over. Alright. Well then. On to round 3, I guess. Don't know what else to say about that other than on to the next one. Our opponent's deck looked good. I mean, considering the incredible greed of their mana in a format that doesn't really have a whole lot of fixing, they had some powerful cards, obviously. Foil Royal Scions. Marrowleaf Pixie is really good if you can cast it, and you draw 2 of them every game, so meh. Our deck does not really have that level of power, unfortunately. We have Yorvo. Yorvo's a magic card. Alright, we get to play first. Alright. I mean, this is an okay hand for mono green zombie. Oh, we don't get to play first. We're on the draw. But still an okay hand. Land and Wildwood Tracker. Well, let's finish out strong after the Royal Scions beat down opponent. Merrily Frider. Play a forest. Go to combat. Attack. If our opponent wants to trade, that's fine. They do not. We will... I don't know if we even care about the food. Let's just Curious Bear. Pass the turn. Wow, is this a mono green mirror? Or mostly green mirror? Opponent. Kenra's Transformation. Okay. Makes it a 3-3. Draws a card. And... we going aggro? We're going aggro. Opponent gets in. Sure. We take it. Down to 17. Opponent has another land. Passes. Play the forest. Play Rosewood Acolyte. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Hit our opponent. Down to 16. Pass the turn. Ooh, alright. Opponent's on green-white. Opponent. Going to outmuscle our Acolyte. Yep. Gets in. Sure. Hits us. Down to 13. Well, play the land. Oh, that land would have been nice. Go to combat. Attack it. Huh. Yeah, attack with Tracker. We should have played the other Tracker first. Hit our opponent. Down to 15. Play Tracker. Yeah, we would really like one more land to be able to play this Enchanted Carriage. Planes for our opponent. Combat. No attacks. Interesting. Land. Alright, well, play the Squire. Go to combat. Pass the turn. I think we're going to wait. Once we get this carriage down, life becomes so much better. Opponent. Planes. Uh-oh. Okay. Wolf Quarry. That's fine. Just 1/1s. Opponent passes. Land. Alright, not a land, but a Fierce Witchstalker is a good card. Play the Witchstalker, get some food. Pass the turn. We will hit lands eventually. Opponent. Idyllic Grange. Yup. Combat. Attacks. Yeah, we'll take 5. Down to 8. And, oh dear. Welcome home. Alright. Well, there's our land. Play Enchanted Carriage. Make some mice. Pass the turn. If our opponent has some sort of mass pump spell, we're in all kinds of trouble. Opponent just got up to 7 mana while we were stuck at 4. Not ideal. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Combat. Attacks. Yeah, let's just block with a mouse, I guess. Opponent. Alright. Giant incoming. Flutterfox. So our opponent almost out of cards, but what do we do about this huge stuff? Flaxen Intruder. Opponent just keeps running it out. Passes. I'll play the forest. Play Prophet of the Peak. Do some scrying. Bottom and I guess top. Ugh, for being a mono green stompy deck, we have not got to do nearly as much stomping as we were hoping. And now our opponent randomly has a flyer since they have this Kenra's Transformation. And that flyer can definitely kill us. Opponent. And our opponent can play an 8/8. Not good, not good. Opponent, combat. Gets in with the flyer. We take it. Sure. Plays a land, so now it's a 9/9. Plays the 9/9. Oh, God almighty. Yeah. Opponent thinks for a while. Passes. Well, we will pass the turn. Ugh, I do not like where we're at. This Beanstalk Giant is so big. We didn't draw a Yorvo. Huh. Alright. Opponent has a bunch of mana. Counter on each creature. They gain Vigilance. Plays a land. Well, it looks like the token deck can be good if you get to, infinite mana. Are we just dead, I assume? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess we're not dead, but I think we are, I don't think we can possibly win from here, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just going to concede. Alright, so our opponent's trying to play green-white tokens. The downside is their token producers cost 6 and 7 mana. However, we don't really have a color combination to interact with that, which is a bit unfortunate. Are we staying mono green? Are we going into white? Trapped in the Tower doesn't even seem super good. I mean, I guess it stops the big stuff. All right, I guess we're going to go on our sideboard plan and bring in white cards again. One of these days, we're going to draw a one of these days we're going to draw a Pathlighter and actually do things. That's a card that we just have not actually drawn in any of the games we've played it. Yeah, it seems like our lack of removal can be problematic. Although, I mean, our opponent's token producers are very slow. They're trying to get to 7 mana to make tokens. That's asking a lot. Our opponent's deck didn't seem insanely powerful, but we just had a really clunky draw. Well, alright, here we go. We got a Yorvo. That is our rare. That is our one rare. I guess we make a food. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. Scalding Cauldron. I'll play a forest. Pass the turn. Opponent plains. Passes. I'll play a forest. Play Yorvo. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. What can our opponent do? Alright. Wandermare. Little adventure theme. Sure. Oh, that would be sweet. We're a green short. Well, let's play Curious Pair. Play a plains. Go to combat. Get in with Yorvo. Opponent takes it. Down to 15 past the turn. All right, opponent. Wandermare would be good for our deck. For the green-white version, at least. Opponent. Combat. Gets in. Certainly. We will take it. Down to 17. All right. Little flying action. Crack the food. Gain some life. Untap. Play the land. Play Rampart Smasher. Grow Yorvo. Go to combat. Attack. Opponent. Well, we got big things. Drops to 9. And maybe this Ardenvale Tactician tapping can let us steal this win. What's our opponent got? Fertile Footsteps. Yep. Land. No giant yet. Opponent. No attacks. Well, we untap. Well, go to combat. Attack. Pay a couple mana. Opponent blocks. Sure. And we will pass the turn. Opponent down to 4. They're going to try to Scalding Cauldron, but we get to untap, save Yorvo. Yup. All right, opponent. Do you think your giant can save you? Opponent plays a land. I don't think the answer is yes. Our opponent needs something more than just a giant, and that went much better. When we have Yorvo going, things go much better. There's a giant, and I believe that's game. Opponent passes. We will just trapped in a tower. Combat. All attack. And that looks like game to me. Okay, that went much better. We got off to a faster start, got the beatdowns going, our white cards look good. One more, and at least we get the 2-1. We're gonna be on the draw. Maybe we should have just been playing green-white all the time, although we don't really have that many payoffs for being, I don't know. We didn't get many payoffs for being the adventure deck. I guess having the trap in the tower is nice, especially with us seeing our opponent having like beanstalk giants and stuff, just massive creatures, so that is definitely helpful. All right, one more to go for our Throne of Eldraine first ever rough drafts for the set. Can we do it? Let's see what our hand looks like. Oh, we took a beatdown last round. Good golly. Well, okay. We even have our Pathlighter. We needed one more green source for Yorvo. Well, that's not it. Forest go. Opponent, Merrileaf Rider. Now forest, and let's just squire. Go. Opponent, combat. Attacks. And we'll just trade. And another rider. Oh, opponent stuck on lands. Well, we will play a forest. And Yorvo pass the turn. Opponent. No attacks. Play Pathlighter. Go to combat. I don't want to attack here. I don't want to attack into a pump spell. Pass the turn. Yorvo just takes over the game if it sticks. Ooh, opponent finds a plains. All right, opponent also gets to keep playing. We could use one more land. This Garen Big Paladin would be so insane. Feral Footsteps. All right, land. Land off the top. Opponent. Passing. Squire. Well, in that case, let's draw our Pathlighter. Go to combat. Attack. Most of the pump spells are adventures, and most of them cost 2 mana, so I'm not as worried about the Marleaf Rider with just 1 mana up. All right, pass the turn. Oh, we're close. We are close. Even with just 4 lands, what's our opponent have? The fight spell, I guess, would be good for our opponent to kill something. This 4/4 flyer, though. We were just saying Mysterious Pathlighter had not done much for us. Opponent. And it looks like we're getting fought. All right, fights a flyer. Okay. And, oh, come on, land. Curious Pair. Well, go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. Well, we will squire. make a treat, pass the turn. Man, we just want to land. We have so many cards in exile that would be good. Opponent, 5 mana. All right, they have the Paladin. Oh, we want our Paladin. We want our Paladin. Land. There's the land. That's what we were hoping for. We will add him in it. That's what we've been waiting for. Add him in and out. Double grow Yarvo. Wait. Oh, it doesn't double grow. Well, do we even attack? Yeah, I think... yeah, I think we do. Get in there. Opponent's going to trade. Pass the turn. We have more big things coming, so I think this is fine. Opponent. Fertile Footsteps. Trying to get to their giants. Wandermare. Opponent. Passing. We draw planes. I'll play the land. Go to combat. Get in. Hit our opponent. Prophet of the Peak. Looking for our pacifisms. Ooh, weapons rack. I think we bottom. Pass the turn. Does our opponent hit the land for the giants? That's the biggest question. All right. Archon of Absolution. Opponent. Passes. We draw. Squire. All right. Go to combat. Attack. Pay. If our opponent... Oh, I think we go for lethal if our opponent doesn't double chump. And try to close it out. Oh, before they can get the giants online. Squire +2/+2 would be exactly lethal. Opponent blocks. All right. We're going for it. Pump. And... Oh, an opponent scoops it up. And we finish with the 2 and 3. I mean, we got absolutely spanked in round 2. But round 1, we overcame the food. Round 2, we managed to stomp past green and white tokens, even after dropping game 1. And Yarvo's a beating. I don't think our deck was insane. I think, like, our second round opponent's deck was really good. I don't think our deck was insane, but... Not a bad performance. Yorvo was sweet. Mono Green Stompy, I think the biggest thing we were missing from Mono Green was some of the fight effects. We needed a little bit more fighting, maybe a little bit more removal of some kind, maybe some way to get trample. But for being Mono Green Stompy, it worked well. And honestly, after playing that league... Maybe we should have just been green-white the whole time. We did do well with green-white after sideboarding, but for a first experience in Throne of Eldraine Limited, we will certainly take it. So anyway, that's been our Throne of Eldraine Rough Drafts. Interesting format and a fun format. I like it so far. I do. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.